is Mattdoesfitness, and this is my basic back workout, alright? Now, as the name suggests, it's pretty basic, alright? It's 3 exercises, and before I start, I'm going to give you a couple of guidelines you've got to follow if you want to build a big back, alright? So, first thing is, when you're pulling, okay, so obviously to engage your lats, and to a degree your rear delts, you've got to pull, okay? You've got to make sure you keep your shoulders back, right? Now, I used to do all my like pulls and rows and whatever with a kind of almost like a roll forwards, like my shoulders roll forwards, right? And what happens then is that your biceps end up doing all the work, right? Now, for me, my biceps are one of my relatively one of my stronger body parts, so my biceps were getting stronger and stronger and stronger, but I was having no impact on my back whatsoever. Okay, so I learned that by keeping your shoulders back, obviously you're still going to use your biceps to a degree, but it's almost entirely your back that's doing the work, right? So you keep your shoulders back, you start here and you pull back, okay? And you've got to think of your arms as almost like a bit of string, right? They're just levers, they're just attaching the handle to your back, and it's your back that's pulling the weight back, right? So the whole time, you're going to start from here, let your shoulders foot right forwards, so you've got a nice big stretch, and then you're going to pull back, and it's all of your back, right? And you'll tell when you're doing it right because you'll feel your back contracting, right? You want to feel some good fatigue in your back, right? So, right, first exercise I'm going to do is kind of the equivalent of a closed grip chin up, alright? I'm going to do it like a lat pull down. I'm going to hold it this way, okay? And I'm going to go for standard 6 sets of 12 reps, right? I've chosen a weight I can do about 12 on. I'm going to keep my shoulders back. Even when you're pulling from up here, you keep your shoulders back, okay? Here we go. Okay, so that's the first set. So I rest for a minute, and I'll do that again, and like I said, 6 times, right? 4 to 6 times, but really you want to go 6 sets in my opinion. I'm not going to go full 6 because I'm not going to film it because it's really boring. I've noticed my other videos have kind of dragged on a bit, so I'm going to stop talking now and go on to the next exercise. Okay, so next exercise is a seated row, okay? So just like with the lat pull down, you've got to keep your shoulders back, right? So shoulders back, nice and upright, do all of the work with your back, right? So this is lats again, but it's an element of the rear delt, okay? Yeah, so that's 12. I'll go for 5 more sets. Again, I'm not going to record it because it would make a really boring video. Very quickly, you probably noticed I've got like an overhand grip, and the handle is just like a stick basically. Ideally, I'd have one of those things, I'm sure you've seen it, it's like a V-shaped thing, you hold it like this, and it allows you to get a bit more range of motion. It's not so kind of tough on your wrist, but unfortunately, that's all I've got, so I'll use that. It's not a disaster, it doesn't really matter. I'm talking too much again. The last exercise is reverse flies. So, just like you would do a normal chest fly, I'm going to do a reverse fly. Okay, so this basically is engages your rear delts, and it's by far the best exercise to isolate that muscle. Okay, so 6 sets of 12. Here we go. done my 12, then what I tend to do, I'll do maybe 4, 5, 6 extra ones, but as a closer fly. Okay, so instead of coming right up here, I'll do almost like a row, just to really get that that fatigue. All right, so here we go. And that's it. Okay, so yeah, so it's 3 exercises: lat pull down, seated row, and then reverse fly. Okay. Now you might have noticed, obviously, this is a back session, and technically your rear delt is part of your shoulder. Okay, but this is just where I like to break it up. If I do rear delt in a shoulder session, then you get kind of like an overlap between back and shoulder. I think you don't get the right recovery. Okay, so for me, this is the best way to do it. Also, obviously, I haven't really hit my traps in this session. I mean, with the seated row, you could, if you lean back a bit more, it becomes more of a trap exercise. But what I'll do with my traps is I'll do them as part of my shoulder session. So what I do in my shoulder session is I'll do like a standing fly like this, which, although it does your lateral shoulders and it's the best exercise for that, there's also for me a big element of traps. I mean, in my opinion, for me that's the best way to hit my traps. I find that works better than anything else. So yeah, that's it really. So you've got a lat pull down, seated row, and then you've got a reverse fly, and that is my basic back workout. Right, thanks for watching. If you like the video, like it, share it, tell your friends, please subscribe. I've got past 100 subs now, which is awesome. Obviously I want to keep going, I want to get 500 and 1,000 and so on. And that's it, thanks.